country is not in its natural resources. It is not in its financial resources. It is not in the greatness of its economy. It is truly in the number of its true men that live in that country. The true men, the men who can really be called men. This is the true value of every single country. And these men, brothers and sisters in Islam, I am sure you will agree with me, these men are truly more precious than any gold and any silver and any gems and any pearls. Many countries, brothers and sisters in Islam, have lots of armor, they have weapons, but what is that good without true men leading it and using it? Many countries, they have a lot of education and knowledge, but what is the good of it without men teaching the people, without true men taking this knowledge and then imparting it? Many people, many countries have great projects that they do. They build huge things. They do wonders in this world. But what is the use without men leading these projects? And what good, brothers and sisters in Islam, is every nation that has the best of armor, how can this ever, and the best of armies, how can this ever compare with the heart of a soldier? And what about education and knowledge? What if a country has the best of education and the best of knowledge, but how can that ever compare with the spirit of a teacher? And what about the greatest of projects that the people have, that countries have, the greatest of mashari', the best projects that they do? But how can that ever compare with the zeal and the enthusiasm with those people who truly carry it out, with the volunteers who work for it? Brothers and sisters in Islam, truly the value of every nation, the value of every people, and this is what history says, is not by its wealth. MashaAllah, the Muslims had great wealth, but that was not the reason why they were so great. The reason, brothers and sisters, why they were so great was because they had men who could move mountains. They had men who could cut through the sea. They had men for which the windows and the doors of the sky would open up for them. And subhanallah, it is for this reason. It is for this reason why there is an authentic and beautiful hadith in the Sahih of Bukhari radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. May Allah be pleased with Imam Bukhari. And this hadith is in the chapter of Janazah. In the chapter of Janazah. And in the time of Walid bin Marwan, in the lifetime of Umar bin Abdul Aziz, there was a small earthquake. Naam, listen to me. There was a small earthquake in Medina. And because of this earthquake, the grave of Rasulullah ﷺ and the rooftop on the top of the grave of Rasulullah fell down. This is an authentic hadith in Sahih al-Bukhari. It states that there was the roof that was on top of the grave of Rasulullah fell down, came crashing down. And then when it crashed down, suddenly a pair of legs became visible. Suddenly a pair of legs became visible. And the people became very amazed. And the people saw that and they thought that was the leg of Rasulullah. As the hadith states, that Umar bin Abdul Aziz, he became bewildered. He was bewildered. He couldn't understand, are these the legs of Rasulullah or what? And then Abdullah ibn Zubair, he said, no, these are the legs of Umar. These are the legs of Umar, meaning that the grave, when the roof had fallen on the grave, it had cracked the grave of Umar and his legs were shown. How many years was it since the death of Umar? Tell me how many years? 30 years. More than that. And the grave had not eaten his body. An authentic hadith in Bukhari. Check it out. In the chapter of Janazah. In the chapter of Janazah. Listen to what he said. He said his legs were shown and these are the legs of Umar. How can the earth eat up a man who was a true man? How can the earth eat up a man? For when Umar was alive, the earth would tremble at the mere sound of Umar's feet. How can it now eat up Umar? No, it truly cannot. Do you not see how great Umar was? How a true man he was?